I think one of the interesting things about this place is that the central ethos of this entire building, this entire course, and the tournament itself. Dean Beeman, who's the commissioner when they moved the tournament here, said they call it the Players' Championship, but it's really built for the golf fans. And you see this guy here in the maroon jacket. He's a volunteer. They work every day but Christmas, and anybody who comes to this place can walk in the front door, and they'll give them a tour of this clubhouse and give them, tell them all the history of it. You all are going to get a special tour from the general manager a little later, but they'll get you in a cart, take you out to 17, take your picture. It's wide open. It's for everyone to enjoy, and it's built for people. You don't have to be a member to play out here. You don't have to know somebody to play out here. It can be hard to get a tee time, but so it does help if you know somebody. But the tickets for the tournament are relatively inexpensive. They're very plentiful. We don't limit them, and we let in kids for free. We let in military for free, active, retired, reserve, and all their dependents. We provide a venue for all of those military to have air-conditioned comfort and food, beverage, and social. So it's a very welcoming and open entity, and it's really at the central ethos of who we are and what the tournament is all about. I'll show you some things on the golf course. So when the original designers, Pete Dye and Dean Beeman, created this, it was a swamp, and they had a blank palette, and they did all kinds of things. Very innovative, and the more I've learned about this, the more dynamic I feel that their vision was, and how prescient they were in what they did. But what they wanted was a golf course that was built for the golf fan. So they wanted, what does that mean? It's called stadium. Well, so the most obvious thing is that we have these mounds that surround the golf course, so that most golf courses, you're kind of like trying to look, I don't have as much of a problem as others, but you're kind of trying to look over somebody or around somebody in order to see something. And in some instances, the places where in many instances I would say, the place where the spectators stand is below the surface of the golf course, particularly on greens, but there can be in other places too, where you're kind of having to look up to see what's going on, and you can't really see much of what's going on. Completely different philosophy here, and you'll see throughout the golf course on the tour where this thing is built for people to be able to see any golfer hit any shot on any hole at any time. The other interesting things that they did was that they wanted this course to be, they wanted only the best golfers here. So there's no lifetime exemptions, there's no sponsor exemptions, there's no amateurs allowed out here, there's no gimmicks. Just the best golfers in the world lacing it up and going toe to toe. And then the other interesting thing is, you can see them all. You can see the best golfers. We have the best field in golf every year. You can see them hit every shot. But the other really interesting thing is that this course is completely neutral. And they did all kinds of things to make it absolutely neutral and not favor anyone. So if you look at, and all of the guys have a favorite course or courses, and they say it suits their eye, it fits their eye, or fits their game, or suits their eye is their sort of, that's their catchphrase. What it means is that it favors their game. Let's be perfectly candid. And you look at a guy like Tiger Woods, and he has won at Torrey Pines 8 times as a professional, a couple times as an amateur. He's won at Arnold Palmer's place down in Orlando 8 times as a professional. He's won at Firestone, I think 7 times, maybe 6. He's won at the Memorial 5 or 6 times. These courses suit his game, and all of them have favorite courses and styles. And so what happens is that you go to most golf tournaments, and 70% of the guys have no shot because the course really favors a certain style of game. Whether you're a left to right hitter or right to left hitter, whether you're a long hitter or more of a tactical short hitter. And this course, it favors no one, absolutely no one. There's just as much left to right as right to left. Long hitters have won here, short hitters have won here. People who draw the ball or fade the ball or whatever it happens to be, they all, you know, nobody's favored. What this course favors is having control of your ball. If you can control your ball, you have a chance to win on this course. And it's one of the reasons why Tiger Woods was so thrilled about winning this tournament in 2013 is because he's been having a tough time controlling his ball for the last several years. And so he's been winning on courses that favor his game, but he hasn't been winning on courses like this that don't favor his game. And so you see this played out in a couple of ways. One is that we've had very few people who've won this tournament more than once. And the people who have won it more than once, there's long gaps in between. So you don't see somebody who comes in and just feels like they own this course. In fact, talking to the Commissioner Beeman, he said, you can't play your game and win on this course. You have to play this course, and you have to play it well. And so it's, as I said, it's completely neutral. The other great quote about this place is from Graham McDowell, who won the U.S. Open a couple years ago. He said, this course will ask every question of your game. You'd better find the answers. And what it means is that if you have a weakness in your game that week, it will expose you over the course of 72 holes. And then the last thing that they did in terms of making this a great spectator experience was making it incredibly walkable in two ways. One is you can just walk this golf course and follow a group and see the golfers. You know, if you want to watch Ricky Fowler or Phil Mickelson or, you know, Rory Sabatini, whoever is your favorite golfer, it's very easy to walk this course. It's a very easy trek. Other courses are just not built that way, and most golf courses are built to be golf courses. Stands to reason. They aren't thinking about fans and people movements and all the things. And then I learned something last year right before the tournament, taking the commissioner around. He said, we're showing him these new fan areas that we've been building over the last couple of years, and he said, when we built this, we had a blank slate. He said, and one of the things, we wanted it to be walkable, but we also just wanted it to be convenient for fans. So we built hubs of activity where you could stand in one place and walk 20 paces this way, 40 paces that way, 30 paces this way, and you could see 3 or 4 holes of golf within easy walking distance. And he said, you put these fan amenities smack dab in the middle of these hubs. He says, perfect, because then they can go in, they can cool off, grab something cold to drink, a bite to eat, use a nice restroom, and then go very easily and walk and see 3 or 4 different holes. So that's been, that warmed my heart that we'd picked the right spots. They're kind of obvious though. I mean, it's like, okay, well, this hits this, this, and this. This is a good spot. And it's close enough to the golf, but not so far.